Hello everyone, my name is Yashvi and I'm from Anokha NGO, and today we'll be looking at some aspects of Assam and briefing about them. Assam is a state in the northeastern part of India. The capital of Assam is Dispur. It is well known for its wildlife, archaeological sites and tea plantations. Dispur is a suburb of Guwahati and Guwahati is the largest city of Assam. Let's look at the geographical location of Assam. A significant geographical aspect of Assam is that it contains three of the six physiographic divisions of India, namely the Northern Himalayas, the Northern Plains, and the Deccan Plateau. By Northern Himalayas we mean the eastern hills, and by Northern Plains we mean the Brahmaputra River. Deccan Plateau is basically the Karbi Anglong. As we know that Brahmaputra River flows across Assam and the climate usually remains cold there and has rainfall throughout the year mostly. Let's look at the languages and the handlooms of Assam. The local language of Assam is Assamese and its origin is in Sanskrit. Assam is the Assam is famous for the several types of silks, the most prestigious being Muga. Muga it is the golden silk is exclusively to the state. It is one of the finest of India's wild silks, and it's very well known. The dressing style and the culture of Assam. The men's over there usually wear dhoti gamosa, and women wear mekhela chador and blouse. Gamusa. What is gamusa? It is a handmade cotton toglet which is embroidered on both ends and is worn. They usually welcome their guests to their house with tamul and pan. They also offer tea and horai to them. Looking at the culture of Assam, the festival of Assam, which is Bihu. Bihu is a festival linked to agriculture. It is celebrated in January and April with music and dance. Let's look at Assam's food. So the Assamese cuisine is very unique and tasty. It's not like any other state of India. Rice and fish are the staple food and are the main ingredients of Assamese cuisine. Assam's food is usually less spicy and less oily. It's very plain and healthy. The simple healthy food and the cooking process that is in sync with nature replicates the simple lifestyle of the inhabitants of Assam. As we all know, Assam is very famous for its tea. Tea is one of the agriculture-based industry of Assam. Tea occupies one of the most important places in Assam. It is grown in Brahmaputra and Barak plains. Assam produces 51% of the teas produced in India, so it's a major producer of tea, and about one-sixth of the tea produced in the world. About the tourism, Assam is very famous for its one-horned rhinoceros. The heritage sites are the Manas National Park and Dibru-Sakhova National Park. The commonly found animals there are the wild elephants, leopards, and various kinds of birds. One of the most unique and interesting part about Assam is the Elephant Festival, which is celebrated every year at Kaziranga National Park in the month of February. About more than 300 elephants have races and play football. Isn't that interesting? Let's see who the famous person of Assam is. Srimanta Shankaradeva is a person who is linked to Assam. He was present in the 15th and 16th century of Assamese Vaishnavite. He was a saint, scholar, playwright, social religious reformer, and a colossal figure in the cultural and religious history of Assam. He is credited for providing a thread of unity.
Hi guys, so I'm going to be talking about the food and plantations in Assam. The cuisine of Assam. It is a mixture of different indigenous styles with considerable regional variations and some external influences as well. It is characterized by very little use of spices but very strong flavors due to the use of endemic exotic herbs such as herbs, fruits and vegetables that are either freshly dried or fermented. So let's have a look at some of their delicacies, starting with kar. Kar is considered as an incredibly appetizing dish. Kar is both an ingredient and the name of any dish that is prepared along with it. This dish can be prepared with pulses, vegetables, or even fish or meat. The basic ingredient kar is obtained from is by filtering out the liquid from a solution of water and charred dried charred banana peel. This Assamese dish is unique in the sense that it preserves the alkaline or astringent taste of the kar liquid. Next, we have the Mesar Tenga. The word Tenga in Assamese means sour, and the favorite souring ingredients are tomatoes, dried mangosteen, lemon, raw mango, and elephant apple. So the Mesar Tenga is a lightly spiced, tangy fish curry best enjoyed with rice during lunch or dinner. Consumed during summertime, this dish is believed to enhance digestion after a heavy meal. Moving on, we have pitika. This is basically a form of charred or boiled vegetable, or it could also be a fish mixed with green chili, onion, chopped ginger, mustard oil, and coriander leaves. A variety of ingredients like potato, eggplant, pumpkin, red lentils, and even fish can be prepared into a pitika. Moving on, we have a sweet, a very famous sweet, Assamese sweet. So, leading the way in the long list of famous sweet dishes of Assam is Bora Sholor Payas, which is made with sticky rice and somewhat is close to kheer. And the dish is laden with ghee, dry fruits, and sugar that makes it a truly sinful and rich indulgence. Next, we have the plantations in Assam. So we know that tea occupies a very important place among all the agriculture-based industries in Assam. About 17% of the workers of Assam are engaged in the tea industry. Apart from this, Assam, with its vast hills and forests, is home to a variety of medicinal plants and herbs as well. About 300 types of medicinal plants and herbs are found in abundance in the state, with Brahmaputra Valley itself having 150 varieties of herbs and plants of commercial value. It is estimated that only about 5 to 10% of the plants and herbs have been commercially exploited, offering very vast potential for further investments. And medicinal herbs and plants in the state are Sarpaganda, that's Wolfia serpentine, Bent excor, and we have Pipali, that's Piper longum lin, and in Amlaki it's Ablica officinalis Gertin. Well, basically, the names are followed by the scientific names. So we have Helica and we have Bomora, Arjuna, etc. Okay, let's talk about tea since it plays a very vital role in the plantations. And Assam is the largest tea producing state of India. We already know that. And Assam's tea is world famous for its strength and flavor. And there are more than 300 lush green tree estates in Assam. And the tree pluckers over there work very hard in all sorts of climate, plucking leaves for almost 8 hours a day. And these leaves are collected in baskets that are hung from their heads with the help of a very strong rope. It is estimated that these tree plantations can survive for more than 100 years. And Assam produces over 50% of the tea. Assam produces around 50% of the tea in India, and about one sixth of the tea produced in the world, which is quite a very large number. So that is all about the food and the plantations in Assam. So thank you so much.
Hello everyone, I'm Sakina from Anokha NGO, and today we'll be looking at traditional dress and tourism in Assam. First, traditional dress in Assam. The Assams adorn very simple dresses and mostly hand. The women wear motif-rich makhela chador or riya makhela. The men wear surya or dhoti, and over it they drape chador called seleng. Gamusa is an indispensable part of almost all social religious ceremonies in Assam. It is derived from Kamrupi word Gama plus chadar, which was used to cover the Bhagavad Purana at the altar. It is considered as an act of purification and used to clean the body after bath. It looks like a white rectangular piece of cloth along with a red border on three sides and a woven motifs on the foot. Assamese men wear the dhoti gamusa, which is their traditional dress. Bihu dancers wrap it around the head, and it is often used to cover the altar at a prayer hall or the scriptures. So in this picture, you can see the Bihu dancers wearing gamusa wrapped around their head. Now we look at tourism in Assam. Guwahati, also the capital city, derives its name from two words, Gua, meaning betel nut, and Hati, meaning little market. It is customary for anyone to his first visit to the city to visit the Kamkhaya temple, dedicated to the mother goddess. The importance of the temple is second only to the mighty Brahmaputra, the river with an undeniable presence in the town. So in this picture, you can see the Kamkhaya temple. In the center of the city, with the magnificent backdrop of Brahmaputra, and atop Sukleshwar Hill stands the Janardhan temple. West of Chitrachal Hill is a unique temple of Navagraha dedicated to the nine planets, once a renowned seat of astronomy and astrology. It is possibly the reason for Guwahati's earlier name of Pragjotishpur. So in this picture, you can see the aerial view of the beautiful city of Guwahati. The Assam State Zoo is not very far from the heart of the city. The undulating topography and the three-side open enclosures make the zoo almost like a natural habitat for the animals. Guwahati has several museums, repositories of the state's ancient culture and tradition. The Assam State Museum is the largest amongst them and has sections of epigraphy, sculpture, natural history, crafts, ethnography, and Kaziranga National Park. Kaziranga National Park, situated at a distance of 217 kilometers from Guwahati, is one of the most picturesque wildlife parks in India. The natural habitat of one-horned rhino, Kaziranga lies on the southern banks of the Brahmaputra River, northeast of the capital city. Originally established as a game reserve in 1908, which included specific portions of Assam's Sibsagar district, Kaziranga was declared a sanctuary in 1940 to counter excessive pollution. The park's original inhabitants, the rhino and the elephant being the most noticeable now, thrive in a severe environment to the sheer delight of nature lovers. Viewing wildlife at Kaziranga Park, because of its vast open spaces, the presence of mighty Brahmaputra and adjoining Nikar Hills, makes a trip to Kaziranga a complete jungle adventure. Next up is Manas National Park. Manas National Park, 176 kilometers from Guwahati, situated amidst the gentle slopes of the Himalayas, is the only tiger reserve of its kind in the entire region. The park covers a large part of Barpeta district in Assam and extends to the Royal Manas National Park in Bhutan. Apart from growing population of tigers, Manas is also home to the rare golden langur, the hispid hare, the pygmy hog, the one-horned rhinoceros, and at least 20 other species of animals and birds that are listed as highly endangered. Manas derives its name from goddess Manasa. The forest stretches beyond Indian territory to the Himalayan kingdom of Bhutan, with the crystal waters of Manas River demarcating the international border. Next up is Pabitora. Pabitora, a small wildlife sanctuary 60 kilometers from Guwahati, is also worth a visit. Rhinos and other various species of deer abound here. Hajo. Hajo, 32 kilometers west of Guwahati, is a sacred place for Hindus, Muslims, and Buddhists. The town also boasts the Hayagriva Madhav temple, accessible via a stairway. At the foot of the stairway is a large pond inhabited by one of Hajo's oldest residents, giant turtle. Hajo is also renowned for its bell metal work. In this picture, you can see the long stairway to the Hajo temple. As you say in Assamese, Dhoinobad. Thank you.